Hello, let's today look at the intention to create legal relations and capacity to enter into a contract. The intention to create legal relations is a required element of any contract formation. The parties must agree that there has to be a binding legal relationship amongst themselves in order to be bound by the terms of the contract. This is an objective test. Why? Because the courts will presume or assume whether reasonable people placed in the same setting would have concluded towards establishing legal relations amongst themselves to enter into the contract. However, the law creates a distinction between agreements of a commercial as well as domestic nature. It was settled in the case of Balfour against Balfour that there is a rebuttable presumption that there is no intention to create legal relations in domestic agreements. So for instance, if two brothers agree amongst themselves that one brother would sell his car to the other brother, let's suppose next day, this does not create legal relations because of what the law says. However, I used the word rebuttable presumption for a reason, because in same family settings, so for instance between spouses, where the relationship has broken down or there is no amity amongst themselves, they can come to custody or other maintenance agreements where there is an intention to create legal relations. So when it comes to agreements of a commercial nature, it is extremely important that the parties agree amongst themselves or by conduct or in some other way do show that they do intend to create legal relations in order to be bound by the terms of the contract. Now let's look at capacity. A person can only enter into a contract if he or she bears the required capacity. So for instance, minors or people of unsound mind are not allowed or are not capable of entering into a contract. However, with respect to a minor, if they were to enter into a contract for the supply of necessaries, then they will be bound and will have the capacity to enter into that contract as long as that contract is for their benefit. Necessaries was defined under Section 3, subsection 3 of the Sale of Goods Act 1979, whereby it was stated, any goods which are suitable to the conditions in life of the minor or any other person concerned will amount to necessaries. So for instance, children can also enter into employment contracts such as we see in movies and the entertainment industry as long as it is benefiting them. Also with respect to capacity, issues can arise with respect to impairment and intoxication. Mental incapacity was defined in Section 2 of the Mental Capacity Act of 2004, whereby it was held that if a person is unable to comprehend or understand the circumstances or make a sound decision for himself, then it shows impairment, and therefore any decision taken in that regard would be held towards mental incapacity and therefore won't be able to enter into a contract. So in my next video, we will look at rules for consideration and part payment of debt. Thank you.